As we know, the Melbourne Racing Club have done fantastic work to build Sir Rupert Clarke's Stakes Day over the recent years. The racing's fantastic, but also what they do with the MRC Foundation. Of course, the naturalism is the MRC Foundation Cup, supporting so many great causes. One of them is rural prostate cancer, and we've been lucky enough to have Bill Guest, both Melbourne supporter, a racing man at heart, but also doing some sensational work in the charity space, particularly with rural prostate cancer, to join us here on After the Last. Bill, hello and welcome. I imagine you're on a real high at the moment with how your Ds are going.
Yes, very pumped. I've got my rural hat on. I've got my demon scarf here. I've got everything going all at once. But no, very excited about the demons and very grateful for the support of Racing.com and obviously Melbourne Racing and Josh and Peter Legrand and everybody there. What they're doing with the charity day on Saturday is phenomenal, and they support not only us but a lot of other very worthy charities.
Tell us about the formation of Rural, Bill, which is the genesis of the E.J. Whitten Foundation, which has done great work for a long time alongside the Australian Prostate Centre. Yes,
well, it evolved. Peter Filipovic, who will be known to many of you as the CEO of CUB, who's the chairman of Whitten Foundation. We got together a while ago. We've got APC has got a terrific clinic. We've seen about a bit over 20,000 men saved in Blackwood Street at North Melbourne. We've got a really good research set up there. Whitten Foundation has done a phenomenal job in raising money. So the idea, if we brought them both together, we sort of have a retail arm, a clinic, research. We've got a sort of, it's a logical combination. By calling it rural, it allows us to go national. I mean, this a very logical fit, and there's a lot of really great people involved. So I'm very proud to be chairman and very proud with what we're doing. And the support of racing has been phenomenal as well.
And speaking of racing, on Saturday you've got these beautiful silks that have been created. Now, they won't be worn in the MRC Foundation Cup, but they will be worn on 4 jockeys riding in 4 separate races across the weekend. Can you talk us through that process?
Yes. So we've got, I think in race 1, we've got Colin Little is a great man and his horse Sapphire Crown. Then in race 2, we've got Chicago Cub with Mike Moroney, again, a good horse. Then we've got with Mick Price and Michael Kent in race 3, Daisies for Trainers, interesting name. Race 9, Night Raider for Mick Price and Michael Kent again. So they're all very proudly wearing our colours, and we're very grateful to jockeys and trainers for their support.
Well, there's the first multi for everyone for the weekend, Bill.
What's that?
There's the first multi for the weekend, the 4 sets of silks will hopefully salute.
Exactly. That's not a bad idea, actually. We might put that on. And we've drawn in the Foundation Cup. We've drawn Miami Bound, which I'm not entirely sure I'll put my life savings on at this point.
But it's a great concept, the MRC Foundation Cup. For those that aren't aware, these are the designated charities of the MRC Foundation, and they all get a horse that runs in, won't be running in their silks, but will be running in support of the charity. $20,000 to the winner, $10,000 for second and $5,000 for third. Last year, Order of the Garter won, and the money was donated to Down Syndrome Victoria. So that was a great kick-along for them. But it is a terrific concept, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, well, you only have to look at those charities involved, and they're all extremely worthy. And again, it's just a great thing that Melbourne Racing are doing. It's a crying shame we can't all be there to contribute on the day. And but I know Melbourne Racing have got raffle tickets, they've got super boxes, they've got all sorts of things happening on the day. So I urge all racing fans to get behind the day and Melbourne Racing.
We're seeing footage of Craig Williams. You've engaged with a number of racing and sporting personalities. Steve Silvani and his family, Todd Woodbridge, have also featured across your content and social media so far. Bill, you're a close confidant of Neil Danaher, and we've seen what a juggernaut fight MND and the Beanies have become in their 7 incarnations so far. Is it simply a case of it's going to be Beanies in winter and then hopefully bucket hats in summer?
Well, I've got to be a bit careful. As you know, I'm the ex-chairman of Fight MMD. I'm still on the board there. Michael Snyder, the MD of Bunnings, has taken over my role there. But no, it's not a copy thing, but it is a different concept. we would obviously roll this out around Father's Day. That will be our target in racing. We see that prostate cancer is a logical fit for that. So yes, I certainly want to hasten to add support beanies in the winter and obviously buy bucket hats in the spring. That's my message.
And Bill, as you know, most of our audience, it's exactly what's sitting on this panel, blokes, adults, fathers. Preach to the converted here in terms about what men need to be doing to look after their health, particularly at a time where in a lot of the cities tuning in, we're in lockdown at the moment. It's maybe not as easy, or you've got more excuses than ever to not go and see your GP.
Yeah, well, a few things on that. I mean, prostate cancer is 1 in 6 men actually get prostate cancer. Sadly, it seems to be skewing to younger people. It's very genetic. And of course, with the lockdown, a lot of people, not just with prostate cancer, but other cancers, aren't getting tested. And the key to prostate cancer is early diagnosis. And I use this example, and why one of the reasons we've called it rule. And if my wife tells me to go to the doctor and get checked, I'd arguably say yes, or maybe go to the pub. But if my son or daughter would go to me and say, Dad, you're my legend, I want you to be around for my 21st wedding, whatever the case be, we're more likely to go and do it. So that's where we're pitching out. But it is so essential. Take it from me. I've got prostate cancer. I was a little bit late, so it still sort of hangs around a bit, sadly, but that's fine. So it is all about going to get checked. I mean, go to our clinic in Blackwood Street, APC. That's a fantastic setup. But obviously, your doctor, wherever you're listening to racing.com, get checked. Support us. We're doing wonderful research, all sorts of wonderful things, and men just don't get it. So we've just got to be educated.
So we've got the bucket hat there with the hashtag protecting legends. We're also going to flash up the colours that'll feature in the Foundation Cup, and also the QR code. Everyone can take their phone to the screen now. And of course, if you can't get there in time, head to that website, ruleprostatecancer.org.au. Bill, before we let you go, you are a racing man alongside your love of the Ds. Have you got anything running around at the moment that our viewers need to know about in the coming weeks and months?
I've got a horse in the Newcastle Cup, Quick Leads trains, running on Friday. It's actually equal favourite. I know I call it Lunchies. It's got a French horse, so I think the trendy thing is called it Lunchies. I can't really pronounce that, my basic education, but yeah, that's and we're pretty excited with that. If that does well in the Newcastle Cup, we're looking at the Metropolitan, maybe even fingers crossed the Caulfield Cup. So anyway, I think it'll run well and a very good chance on Friday.
Bill, we love a tip outside our jurisdiction. It's definitely going in everyone's black books for the next 48 hours. Thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on your work with Rule Prostate Cancer, and no doubt everyone will get behind it coming into the weekend.
Thanks, gentlemen. I really appreciate your support. Thanks heaps.
Important messages there indeed from Bill Guest.